Welcome back to the 12 Days of Christmas. Today is the 7th day of Christmas and is all about vintage Christmas decor. Welcome to the Chic Show. Be sure and check out our host channels in the description box below as well as the playlist. Picked up this Folgers coffee can at a thrift store recently and knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. So these are some ornaments and pieces that I have had in my stash. Santa Claus I got on clearance last year at Dollar Tree, I believe. The little mouse I thrifted. The Christmas tree is an interesting color, but it was new at Dollar Tree this year. And then the little Merry Christmas ornament is also from Dollar Tree. And then I have a couple of smaller ornaments and old light bulbs. So I wanted to fill this tin up with something to kind of hold everything up. So I got this tinsel garland at Dollar Tree and I cut it in half and it fit perfectly and gave me the height that I needed for each of these pieces. I started by putting the Christmas tree and the Santa in the back. I love this little Christmas mouse, so I nestled him in there as well. I'm not hot gluing anything in because this is for me and I do want to be able to change it out or be able to reuse these pieces in some way. I used some gold rub and buff on a wooden skewer and then I glued that to the back of the Merry Christmas sign. I decided I still needed a little bit of height in there, so I used some of this shredded paper and then added my tinsel garland back in there and replaced everything. I nestled the light bulb and the other ornaments right there in that space at the front. I thrifted this cute little happy birthday box and I decided to give it a makeover. I'm going to remove the tie that holds on the lid. I'm just going to set that aside and then I'm going to get started painting on the top and the bottom in Waverly chalk paint in Dusk. This did take about 3 coats. I recently purchased some rub-on transfers from IOD, the Kitschy Christmas, and I loved this wreath and these bells. So I'm going to be placing this onto the top of the box. Once it had been transferred, I did use the backing paper to rub over it a little bit just to make sure that it was completely adhered. In the Kitschy Christmas transfers, there are 3 sets of bells. This is the larger one, and I placed it on the front of the box to match the top. I originally planned on using this little garland around the top of the lid or around the bottom of the box, but in the end I thought simple was better, so I just left it as is. I did want to give this a little bit of a shine though, so I put some rub and buff in antique gold on my fingertip and I just rubbed along the edges of the box along with a couple of places on the wreath. think the gold was a nice touch, and I replaced the handle at the top with some gold velvet ribbon and tied a bow. I hope you've enjoyed these vintage Christmas decor ideas. Be sure and check out the playlist in the description box below. And for more inspiration, be sure and watch this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.